Alright, Hazelmeg here, and we're going to do a little work on the Black Widow Galant VR4. Okay, so what I got going on today is I got these here energy suspension performance swaybar N-link bushing set. Well, what better car to put it on than the Galant. So the Galant has I tried to take off I tried to adjust the sway bar on this car a while back, and I found out you can't do it. Just the way the suspension is set up, the geometry is, you can't move the freaking the linkage from one hole to another on a sway bar. And to try to do that, I tried to take off the end link, and then I broke it. So it was like a old rubber. So these are what I'm going to replace it with. It's kind of like this is a energy suspension part 9.8105 Golf G. It's basically it's like a little sway bar linkage bushing donut type thing, and it's polyurethane, so it's a little thicker than stock. So I want to try to firm up the rear as much as possible, so I can get some oversteer, man. Oversteer. This car understeers a lot. No lie, dude. It grips a lot, but it doesn't oversteer. It has more understeer. So I'm trying to get this car to oversteer more. So hence is why we're trying to rake it, and I'm trying to stiffen up the rear end. So this might help a little bit. So today I'm just gonna do the rear left. Should be pretty easy. I think this is the one I did before. But anyway, where I'm trying to get to, let's get under the cars. Getting a little kind of dark fast, so I'll knock this out real quick. Trying to clean up some of this stuff. I got a little bird's nest underneath my car here. All the axles. That over there. Yeah. So what we're trying to get to is over here. I don't really see a reason to use the washers. It does come with washers. See right there. So basically I'm just gonna change this. I think I found one in like a box of bolts or something, and I put it in there for the time being. But for now we're just gonna yeah, so this is the hole right here. There is another hole. Yeah, there's 3 holes on the sway bar. There's one on the inside, and the one in the middle right now, and then there's one on the outside. So I feel that you can probably put it on the outside, maybe, but you definitely can't put it on the inside. I guess it's also dependent on where the arm is. I'm assuming. Yeah, so I don't really know what this rear suspension it came off of. I believe this rear suspension came off of 3000 GT, because these are not the stock. Oh man, I got a lot of paint on my rotors. These are not the stock. This is not the stock suspension, because I should have the what's the word, 4-wheel steering, but this car has the 4-wheel steering taken off of it, so it has a different rear end. So yeah, this is a kind of a hybrid Galant VR4. That's what I'm gonna say. So anyway, what we're gonna do today is just change these, and it shouldn't be too hard. I believe you just take this out, and then you gotta hold this so it doesn't spin. We'll go knock it out, and we'll take a look at the old bushings. Knock this out before it gets too dark. It's a nice warm summer day though, almost the end of it. So as you can see, the linkage is trying to move. I got this guy to keep it from moving. So this thing is a real bitch to put together, because it's under like pressure and stuff. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. So you can see, to get the top one out is going to be a little difficult. Yeah, this thing is messed up. You might have to use the newer ones. It's supposed to just slide off, and there's plenty of play. So okay, I got it out. It does feel a little bit distorted, a little bit. And this is the old bushing. Yeah, this is the one that I put in. See, it's all cracked and stuff right now, but it's been working. So it's been working, but it's not working too good anymore. It's she's a little old. It's time to replace the parts. So, and see if we can get the top part out. Okay, no, we can't. So, probably want to do now. Yeah, if I think about it, that's making it worse. Yeah, we'll unbolt it from the sway bar. Oh, okay, came out. So I didn't need to use that Allen wrench. So now I gotta get this out somehow. Maybe I need a bigger pry bar or something. Okay, it's out. The linkage out. All this just changed the rubber, right? Okay. This is out. That's what we're looking for. So it's a good idea to inspect it and make sure it's still smooth. There's no leaks, no grease coming out of it. Looks good. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go change the bushings. Okay. We got there's the linkage. That's what it looks like. Without anything on it. It looks like it's led a hard life. So I'm gonna stick sway bars, man. All right. So it still looks like it's good though. So I'm not gonna mess with it. We're gonna go open up this package, but it's sealed, so I'll unseal it. For the bad, there it is. So it's all. I unleashed it from its packaging. So there's a total of 8 there. So I think it's two per side. So that would be 8. So we're only going to do the rear. I know I kind of don't want to put stiffer bushings, simply because the ride is shit in this car, man. I would like it to have a little more compliance. But anyway, so we're going to go change 2 of the washers. Hopefully they fit. Hopefully, yeah, they fit. Well, maybe they don't. They don't fit. I might have to drill that out a little bit. I would rather use new washers. It should be loose, so maybe this might not fit. I might have to open up the hole a little bit. But anyway, there's the old bushing and here's the new bushing. Hopefully it fits, but it looks pretty close. I believe maybe this might be an energy suspension bushing. So what happened last time was I took the bushing out and it just crumpled, like it fell apart, man. Yeah, this feels like it's harder. That feels about no. This is rubber. This is poly. Yeah. So that's a polyurethane one, that's a rubber one. This has a little bit of give. This one doesn't really have much give, so it's alright. I'll try to assemble it. Okay, so I think we're gonna use I'm pretty sure, I think these are energy suspension already. They look all the same. Looks exactly the same. Anyway, I'm gonna use all the old washers. Simply because they fit through the holes. I don't want to have to like bore this out or anything. It's a tad too small to go through the threads, so we could open it up, but I decided just to use the old ones. There's really nothing wrong with them. They might be a little bit tweaked, but I think it's fine. So next thing to do is put this guy, and it's hard to get in there until you get to past the thread part. Doesn't go in so well. Okay, so that's the first part. And then we go put it back on, and then we put the bottom part on. All right. And then yeah, we got to get one of these and put these on the bottom, but that's after we thing it. So this is the old one. We're gonna throw that away. This is definitely no good anymore. This is the one that broke last time, so I had to replace it with this one. Okay. So what we're trying to do now is put this guy back. I tried to put it on the sway bar, but it isn't working. I think it's better to try to bend the sway bar into place. This thing is a real pain in the ass. I wish I had Had to take it apart. Okay. Pretty close. Whew, okay, so my batteries ran out, so I got it in there. So like I said, I have to like just pry it like this, like boop, this way, and then it popped in. It took a little finagling to get it in there. So I thought about trying to get it in there. I think I could get it in there, but I think the problem was there was no way to put the bottom bolt on, that bolt right there, that nut, because it was at like a really extreme angle. It would be like it's at a pretty extreme angle right now. So so what this is going to do is it's going to compress this the way it wants to be, you know. So we'll just put this guy back on. Okay, and then so we're going to go grab another donut, a brand new donut right here. Put that on the bottom. Oh great, I don't know which ones. It goes like this, and it's huge. See, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit with the washer. So I'm gonna have to. What's gonna happen is I gotta finagle this so I can get enough of the thread in there. I'm gonna have to finagle this so get it in the way. Gotta make sure this brake dust shields are not. Okay, feels a little better. Oh, these are thick, man. Most of the way in there. Hopefully that does the trick. Alright, so yeah. So what we gotta do now is, I wish I kind of put some anti-seize on that too. We're gonna go torque everything. So right here, I got my handy dandy Galant manuals. It's time for you guys to shine. There is no place to work in here. Right. Okay, man, this is a big manual, man. It's hard to find what you're looking for in it because they made so many different. Well, they made the front wheel drive Galants, and then they have the rear wheel drive, the 4-wheel drive Galants. So, there we go. That's what we're looking for. 6 November. 6 November. No torque spec. No torque spec at all. Okay, there it is. Stabilizer bar, removal and installation. Page 3437. Yeah, it's way back there. It's an all-wheel drive suspension, all-wheel drive rear suspension. So yeah, there's a link right there. It's 25 to 33 foot-pounds. So I'm assuming it's probably the same for both of them. Maybe. There's no spec for the bottom one, so 25 is cool. We can go with that. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So hopefully I can get all this stuff in there. Set it to 20. I'll set it to 30. How about that? That should be good. It's at 25 to 33. We'll set it in the middle. And it is very hard to get this in here. Let's try the bottom one. Okay, so should really only be doing that while holding this so it doesn't spin. moving a lot. Okay, so I notice it just keeps on wanting to tighten. I think the last time I did this, I did the same thing. It was a tightening, and then it just broke the sway bar bushing. So hopefully that doesn't happen this time. We can torque it. Actually, there was no torque value for the bottom one, so I don't really know what we should put it at. But we'll put it to whatever the other one was. Okay, keep on rolling. It's really hard to hold this torque wrench up and use this at the same time. Maybe I'll lower it to 20 first. Okay, at 20 it's fine. Let's do 25. Okay, so maybe 30 was too much. So anyway, that was 25 foot-pounds. 1, 2, 3. I counted the other one, it was 4 threads though. 1, 2, 3. This is clearly 3 threads, so it could be a little tighter. I'm going to try to go 28. How about that? 28 foot-pounds. Okay, that's 28 foot-pounds. So I counted the other one, it was like 4 threads. I could feel I could count 4 threads going up, so I think that's okay. So we're gonna go ahead and torque the top bolt now. If I can get this bad boy in here. That's 30 foot-pounds right there. Alright, all done. That's it. So there's my handiwork right there. Kind of see what's going on there. And then that's the top part. Alright, so there we go. We put some new bushings in. I feel that the top one didn't really have to be changed, but the bottom one definitely did, so that's good. Maybe what I might want to do is along the line, maybe a couple miles down the road, I might want to tighten this up a little more, because I think it's going to give a little bit. What's happening is it's getting squished. See this? See how this one's all squished and stuff? It's going to squish, and it's going to squish a certain way, and it's going to stay that way. But the poly ones resist that, and that's probably why it broke. It's too stiff. So anyway, so that is this side. I got to do the other side. I'll save that for another day because it's super dark right now. So clean up. I will leave all these tools out here so I know how to do the other side. But it's pretty easy. So these are the ones that we replaced. This one was definitely bad. And this is the one that I just found lying around. These are brand new washers, so I have some extra ones. I could have probably used these if I'd bored them out a little bit. They were too small. So I think this is kind of like a universal sway bar bushing kit, but I mean it's roughly, they all use roughly the same. Even like trucks use the similar sway bar bushing. So alright, here we go. Here's me go. Okay, here's me here. Another week has gone by, and let me get started working on this Galant VR4. So if you remember from the last video, I changed the donuts. These are energy suspension donuts here. I changed them on the left side, so we're gonna do the right side now. Since I kind of talked you through it last time, I'm just gonna get a video of me doing it, and I'll let you guys know, and I'll speed up the video, and I'll let you guys know how it turned out. I've never touched this one before, so this one might be a little interesting. I don't know. All right, the games begin. Okay, so I don't know how good the video went, but I got it out. It took about 10 minutes-ish. This one was a little bit harder to do than the other one, I'll tell you that. I had to contort the sway bar much more. These things really paid off using these pry bars. Really good. Got my money's worth out of them this time. What I might do is put some anti-seize on the threads. It looks like they're starting to corrode and stuff, so that should help it from corroding. The bushings look fine. They're rubber bushings. I think they're rubber. They're not as hard as the energy suspension, so I guess that'll be an upgrade. I don't know. I think they're the same. I don't know why it's a kind of gray color though on the outside. Oh, it's because it's maybe when they get weathered, that's what they look like. They start to turn gray. I think it's the same. It's the same. Exact same. This one's a little smaller because it's been squished so many times by the sway bar, but it's the same freaking. It's the same thing. I might just reuse these. They look fine, so the washers look fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and just change them out, and then so like I said, they look fine. Here's the top one. Top one looks perfectly fine. Probably still usable. I can probably use it for some other project, like how I wound up using that other one for this. So, all right. So, let's make out. Okay, and there you have it. I just finished installing them. Looks like it went by without a hitch. The bottom one, I didn't really torque it. I was trying to torque it to 30 pounds, but like I remember, there is no torque spec for it, so I tightened it so you could feel 4 threads coming out of this guy, just like it was before. So similar to the back one. So I might actually put a little more on the back one because it doesn't look like it's 4 threads. But yeah, so it should be good. All done. So that is the Hades Omega swaybar bushing install vlog complete for the rear. I'm not going to do the front, but when we go ahead and adjust the suspension on the front, I will inspect the bushings and see if they need to be changed. If they do look like they need to be changed, then we'll go ahead and do it. But yeah, like I said, the main reason we did this was because I broke the one that was on the left side. I kept on tightening it, and kablam, it just exploded, you know. It just blew up into pieces. So I don't know what brand these are. They look like they're energy suspension, or maybe they're white line, because this is a white line sway bar. These are a little softer. I can tell you now, they're a little softer than the energy suspension ones. Yeah, the energy suspension ones feel like they're a little stiffer. But I think these look like they're poly also. Maybe, I don't know. Stock ones are rubber, I know that. So hopefully that'll stiffen up the rear end. And I replaced that bad one in the back there, and then we replaced these ones. We found out these ones are in okay shape. They're still usable, so I'll hang on to them for whatever, you know, just in case something happens in the future, like, and I need an emergency sway bar bushing or whatever, or if I need a rubber bushing for any kind of, you know, fabrication work, then I'll have one. So all right, so the next project is to adjust the ride height on the Galant VR4. And since we're already working on the back and the wheels are off and everything and the car's up in the air, we're gonna go do the back first. But that will be another video. All right, Ace Mc out.